3, 2, 1. Alamak dah terstart.
Ni. Is it on or not?
Yes, it's already.
Okay. Assalamualaikum, madam.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay. Now we will discuss about our algorithm. But this one that I've made is for the algorithm but without module. I've made this right after we finish our IPO out here, which is already presented in the previous video. So now we are going to go through this, which is we would have two counters. We would have two looping, one sentinel, another one is conditional. So there will be six chord number. There will be six chords in the sport center. So the first conditional looping is for the chord number. If it reach if the chord number is higher than 6, if the chord number is higher than 6, which is we look here, then uh, the program will display fully booked for that hour. And then the other one is for checkout. If the customer wish to check out after the invoice statement has been print, then the program will end for that session. If not, it will continue on for submitting the another booking invoice. Okay, and then there will be the customer. The customer will have to. We would have to put several input. It will be shown more. It will be shown more clearly in the flowchart, but here you put it in several line for each in order for us to know how many. So in line 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 is the input for the customer data. And then the duration will be count earlier in the system so that we don't the system would not have to if it has error, it will be if it has error, it will be easily detected. As an example, if the time out is less than the time in, there will be a negative number. So it will have error. It will have error due to the duration. We cannot have a negative number for a duration. Okay, and then this sport center will have several sports, which is futsal, volleyball, netball, badminton, and basketball. So it will be displayed by us in the screen. It will be displayed, and then the customer would choose which court type that they want, and then with the court type, once they choose the court type, the rate for the equipments and the court is already been set. And then see if here if it's fully booked, it will print fully booked if the court number looping has exit 7 for that time. Okay, here is the condition for the equipment. If the customer wishes to have the equipment, rent the equipment, then they will have to enter the quantity that they want, and the system will calculate the charge based on the rate. If not, it will the equipment charge will be zero. We do this in order to shorten, in order to ease the total charge count, so that we will have only one terminal for it. Okay, and then the court charge will come right after, will be count right after, which is out of the nested conditional. And then if the customer wish to no, after the total charge has been count, it will print the invoice. If the customer feels like they are satisfied, they will be asked to enter if they want to check out after looking at the invoice printed. If they wishes to if they it's a yes, if they wish to check out, and then it will end the while end the looping, and then the monitor will display thank you, and the coding will be end. That's all. Shall mind explaining about the flowchart?
Okay, for the flowchart. So flowchart is basically um like basically referred from the algorithm above. So um nothing much. So at first I declare what need to be declared first, like code number equal to 1, equipment rate equal to 0. After that I'm I made the flowchart to show enter name, phone number, spot, time in, time out, equipment and equipment quantity. So after that I show the calculation how to find the duration by by declaring duration equal to time in minus time out, which is
Sharon,
following the
Sharon,
yeah.
are you okay while doing this
Yes, I'm
flowchart?
okay.
Look
I
at your
I'm
the
having
duration.
a quite hard time doing the looping, but so far okay.
Okay. The duration, it should be time out minus time in. If not, this would be error. Sharon, yeah, it's time out minus time in.
Oh no, but later we correct it.
Okay, okay.
And then,
And
sorry,
then
madam, technical error.
spot equal to 1, correct equal to 20, equipment equal to 5. That's what happens if you put spot 1, which is
Okay. What Sharon means over here is I will simplify the presentation whereby, okay, the first one is the terminal start. We use the ellipse symbol, and for the constant declaration, we will use the rectangle symbol, which mean the process. And the other one, the below that is the input and output terminal, whereby, or as I said before in the algorithm, I put the input in several line in order for us to catch how many input that we need. But uh, for in flowchart, we simplify everything into one line to ease the system to ease the flow of the system being read by the program or by the programmer. Okay, and then every of the constant declaration we put it in the rectangle, and every of the condition we will put it in the diamond shape, because this is either a counter or a selection shape. And then the duration is the rectangular shape stands for an operation. So which means the duration technically is an operation. So this should have been written in the rectangle shape. So this shape here, which means that we have this flowchart has been cut into two due to its uh, due to that we have to elongate the flowchart into two page. So this is the terminal that will connect the two. See, we have one here and then the other one over here. Okay, this is where the looping happens. This is the checkout, and the code number is a looping, whereby we can see there is one going out, and then the other one. This is an update value. The condition for the flowchart for the looping is there are two, which is uh, the checkout itself, a sentinel checkout, whereby the user it needs the user's input in order to determine either it will loop again or not. Okay. This is the update value. Now where? Okay, this is the update value, whereby the user need to declare either they wanted to check out or not. If yes, if yes, it will display thank you after the invoice has been printed. If no, the system will loop again. And then when the system will loop again, and then being calculated into every condition, and then it will print another invoice. Okay, the other counter for looping is the code number, whereby if this code number exceeds 6, it will display fully booked, and then the system will end. If not, if the number range is still in the condition state, it will continue with the looping. That's all for that is basically all for the flowchart. So Mina will be explaining about the dash checking.
Okay, the desk checking for algorithm without module. We have three data tests. The first data test is spot of the futsal. The second data test is netball, which is we have mentioned at above that the number of the netball is 3, and the third data test is badminton. Um, we have shown all the time in, time out, duration, equipment quantity, equipment rate, equipment charge, code rate, code charge, and total charge. So we have do the dash checking for check the the total charge that we have calculated is true or false. So the the dash checking we do is to make sure that we do the calculation is same as the data test from above. Okay, that's all.
Okay. For the comparison, it is just a simple diagram that connects every calculation and every process of the program as the flow like the flow chart, but it is different due to it is shown simply in a diagram and doesn't have to be this is the flow for the program basically, whereby in the read counter here we would have the user needed to put the name, phone, sports, time, the time in order to calculate the duration, the equipment, either they want or not, and then they have to enter either how many of the quantity that they want. And then for the calculation, this is where everything is the one that needed to be calculated. It will be calculated, and then this is everything that will be printed on the invoice. That's all. This is a simple flow, and that we only whereby we show what is the input and the process inside the program, and then its output, which is everything in the invoice. That's all. Sharo, you can stop recording now. Thank you, madam.
Okay, thank you, madam.